Now here, they were asking how to buy lands and houses in Senegal. In Senegal, it's a well-structured way to buy lands, as in most countries. The first thing is to choose a reliable and trustworthy property developer. And then you can buy lands from a private person, an individual, or from the government. It depends.
Let me say this, Malick, as we might not be able to circle back on this during the Q&A session, what reliable, or who are the most reliable and trustworthy property agents out in Senegal that you would recommend? Are there any names that come to mind?
Yeah, I mean, I will even present you one. You have Sublux. You have this is the one I'm going to present you. It is in the presentation.
Okay, fine.
One that we have in the presentation anyway.
Fine.
And then here they just explain to you how to do it. And then there are additional costs. You have to go to the notary, and from there, it's the notary now who does the job. Goes check if the land or the property like is buyable. You can buy it and check all the possible problems you can have. And from there, they follow the process. And you have to pay some stamps and overall cost, some land registration fees, and insurance cost in case that you have a loan from the bank.
Just a question on that, Malick, in regards to stamp duty.
Yeah,
do we have different thresholds for the stamp duty, or is there just one standard
no,
fee?
this stamp duty is just it's 2,000 CFA francs, around three euros or $3. Yes.
Regardless to the value of the property.
Yes, but for the overall cost, you will have some documents. I mean, you will have to pay more than, because you will have 6% of the value of the property there, depending on which property you buy. But for the stamp duty, it's like just 2,000. It's not expensive. Right? And then you have the land registration fees. There you pay a little amount as well. That's all. But to be careful, because it's really important. As we know, there are like scam. That's why people have to be careful. Go first to find a lawyer. It is the first thing, because there are specialized lawyers for that. With them, there is no risk. Or you go to those property development companies like Sublux that I'll explain to you. You will have exactly the way they work, and the way even they have. There are even other new ways of buying lands, and you will notice it with Sublux.
Okay.
Let's go to the next. Okay. Now we were talking about like a property development, and here we have Sublux. It was founded in 2009, and it is a 100 Senegalese group, and it builds its reputation in the field of property development. The Sublux group has a spectacular rise, because like in a short time, they had 10 subsidiaries in Senegal, and 2 out of Senegal, in Côte d'Ivoire and in Guinea as well. And they employ indirectly more than 2,000 people, and the direct employment is 398. They have 3 ISO like certifications as well. And for the range of services, they have lots of ranges of services they do, tens of them. I'll explain it later. And I'll give you even the figures of the Sublux figures, which explain the, as I said, like they have about 1,000, 2,000, 40, 100 indirect employment. They have 12, as I said, subsidiaries. 2 of them are international. Okay. And they have a specific sales model, which is called VEFA. And this model, how does it work? Like when you have your own property, you give it to them, they build it, and you discuss. It's a negotiation. They will buy the land, and you will have some apartments depending on your negotiation. I have my land, I'll give it to them. but the minimum is, I think, 300 square meters. You give it to them, they build it, they buy the land from you and build it. And when they build it, you will have some apartments over there, depending on the negotiation. And they also have, when they say, a system of this VEFA is really interesting because you don't pay everything. You pay step by step. When you start with them, you pay 10%. When they start building. And when the more you go, you pay 10%, 10%, 10% till the end. This is how it goes. And when you finish, the last part, you pay 10% and they give you your keys. When they go to the first, second floor, you give 10, third floor or fourth, you give, and so on, till the 10th floor. It's a really interesting ways of, it helps like people to have time, like to just, how to say that, have the money to pay.
So tell me, Malick, is this freehold or leasehold property?
Leasehold most of the time.
Leasehold. Yeah. Can a foreign national own property and land freehold in Senegal?
Yeah, I've seen it anyway. They does it because I'll explain to you, when we go to the tourism, Senegal has given the possibility to investors to buy lands and build it, for example, for hotels.
Right.
Yes, this is the possibility. You will see there are so many possibilities Senegalese people have done for the investors. You will see it when we come to that.
Perfect.
Okay. Let's go to the next one. Now, these are the reasons to invest in Senegal, right? I'll give you the reasons. This is the TER that I told you. As you know, the institutional framework, the President Macky Sall, when he came to power in 2012, he implemented like the Emerging Senegal Plan, okay, to develop the country. And it's based on three main strategic axes. The first one is to stimulate the transformation of the structure of the economy. The second one is to promote human capital. And the third one is to meet the requirements of good governance and regional integration. And they have also the implementation of new economic zones. And those new economic zones, why they're important, when you come to Senegal and you want to invest, you go there, you have the possibility, any person, foreign or whoever, you have some possibilities to get the, what they say, the land and work on it. And the government will accompany you with, it's like, it has many agencies, you will see them as well, which are specially, how to say that, created on that purpose. Now, here are the measures to promote the private sector. As you know, we first have the Presidential Investment Council. The president has created like a council specially for investment, in which they create lots of means and ways to help, like to attract investors. They also create the APIX, which is called Agency for Investment Promotion and Major Projects. By the way, when you come to Senegal, most of the time you will go there for investors. You have to go there. It is where they tell you the way if you want to invest, and they help you a lot. There are lots of agencies for that. You even have the Senegalese Export Promotion Agency, which is called ASEPEX, especially for those who want to export. When you come to Senegal, for example, you invest in agriculture, you go there, they help you find partners and really help you to the way, just to develop your business. And we also have other specialized structures, such as, it's called ADPME, the Agency for the Development and Support of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises. This is to help them, show them how to develop and all of it. And you also have the Business Upgrading Office. For those SMEs who have some problems, they need to be helped as well. You also have now, as I told you, another APROSI is another agency for those who want as well. Example, if you want to invest in the industry, here you will have the industrial sites. We have it in Jamnyalo. When you go there, you will have the possibility. They will just like help you get the site you need for your business as well. And the government has always created a bank specializing for SMEs and to help them get some loans and develop. This is all these structures are especially for the private sector, just to promote it. So as a company, you will be like well helped and handled when you go through these agencies. Senegal's assets. These are the possibilities. What Senegal has. You know, Senegal is member of the ECOWAS, the economic, as you know it. This is a block of 15 countries, West African countries, most of them. And the population is 300 million consumers, which is really important for those who want to invest. And even Senegal is member of the WAMU as well. It is the West African Monetary Union as well. And there, they share the same currency, which is the CFA francs. Senegal is the second largest economy in Francophone West Africa. Senegal has a climate of peace and social and political stability. It is one of the rare African countries which has no, what they say, war, a coup, or what they say, a war, or really, it's a peaceful country so far. And we thank God that it will be the same for all African people, okay? And its position is really important. The position of Senegal, as I said earlier, it's like the gate to the gateway to Africa. This is a position in which, like, wherever you want to export in Europe, Asia, or the America, you have that possibility. And it has an open economy when people comes really, and a wide, qualified, and well-trained employment base in Senegal. Every year, they say it's about 200,000 new people who get their diploma and looking for new job seekers we have in Senegal, just to say how it is. And the investment climate is really, really attractive. For the taxation incentive, you have it. It's easy to do business over there because they make it quicker. You can have like a company in 24 hours in a day, and the possibilities you will have in terms of taxes, they reduce it for 3 years for you. For example, when you export 80% of your products, you're an exporter. Senegal, all the products that you import to Senegal, you don't pay taxes. It's free for you. And for those after investing the money, you have the possibility to repatriate the money as well. And they've created a court to protect the investors. They have a special court for that. In case there is a problem, they can go to justice as well. And we have infrastructures and quality services. Next. Okay, now we're in the growth sectors. Senegal has identified 7 growth sectors to make it easy for investors. 7. The first one is agriculture and agribusiness. You know, Senegal's economy is mainly based on the agricultural sector, which employs over 60% of the working population. We have almost 4 million hectares of arable lands. Agricultural development covers only 65% of this land. So we have lots of lands like which are nobody used. And what is really important is 98% of this land is rain fed. They just use it for 4 months or 3, and after that, they don't use it. And we have a range of food and industrial and horticultural agricultural products. We have 35 billion meter cubes of renewable surface water and 4 billion meter cubes as well of groundwater. This is really to explain that we have water, we have it. Now, the second one is the digital economy. Senegal offers a favorable environment for the development of ICT-related activities. We have an interactive connection with the rest of the world. The annual sector growth is more than 20%, 100 digitized broadband networks throughout the country. Africa Coast to Europe, the ICE, it is a 17,000 kilometer submarine cable. We have a fair and healthy competition for the benefit of users, a secure legislative and regulatory framework, a high-level telecommunication infrastructure, and potential for the developing value-added IT services. And Senegal has always is about to build in Diamniadio, as I told you, a big IT building, which is what they say one of the biggest in West Africa.
Excuse me 1 second, Malick. I just want to check that everybody is listening keenly to what you're saying. Because what Malick is saying is very groundbreaking. And it really does compel us to really double our attention span, because what you're seeing being presented is phenomenal.
In this time, we had no time for stressing. In this time, we should all be investing. Getting knowledge should never be rejected. Every week, did you get that message? Get your ticket today, it don't take a second. Every Thursday, get 7. It's time to make this earth into heaven. So need to worry, there's a blessing. No need for second guessing, it's a spiritual injection. It's a spiritual. Without the spiritual.